Hey there guys, Pimpet10 here, and I'm here today to show you how to use a cool feature on your iPod called Disc Mode. But first, before I start doing this, I'm going to give you a answer to a little question people have been asking and a little disclaimer. But to answer the question, people have been asking if they can do this with an iPod Shuffle. Unfortunately guys, no you cannot. It's mostly because it involves the buttons and something comes up on the screen. I'm pretty sure you've seen it in other videos, but yeah, sorry about that. You cannot do this with an iPod Shuffle. And the quick disclaimer part: if you break your iPod while doing this, you obviously did not follow the directions I was giving, and unfortunately, it isn't my fault. So let's get started on putting this into disc mode. Let me get the camera ready and angled just right. There we go. Alright, first what I want you to do is take your iPod and turn it on. Okay, then we're going to put it and do something called a reset. This is where you take your hold switch right here and you turn it off. Turn it on, then off, and then you take the menu and center buttons on your iPod and hold them down. Now right when the screen goes black, hold down the center and the play button, and there you have it. Disc mode. It should say it. It's a little hard to see, but it should say disc mode and have a little like check mark. You can barely just see the check mark there, but it should say disc mode. And the purpose of disc mode can be one of two different things. And there's probably other things too, but I don't really know about them. But one of the purposes is if your iPod is giving the iPod sad face, which is pretty much like the blue screen of death for an iPod, basically. You have to put it into disc mode and do a full restore on it, which will fix the corrupted hard drive or file that messed your iPod up. Or if this is an old iPod, like this one for example, you can use it as a USB storage. You can store little files on here and basically just store things, and basically store things, any files you want. Like if you lost like a USB storage system, you can use this as your backup. So that was basically it. And to fix the iPod, if you don't want disc mode, it's easy to fix. Don't be alarmed if you're like, oh my god, it's in disc mode. What you do is the same steps we just went over. Hold switch on, hold switch off, center, and menu buttons. And it should reset your iPod again. And it's being kind of slow. Okay, there we go. And the iPod is reset again. And it should go right back to normal. I just tested this a couple minutes ago. It does go right back to normal. If it's not going back to normal, you might be doing something wrong, so keep listening to my directions. Pretty simple. Hold switch on, hold switch off, menu, and center buttons. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you found this tip helpful for an iPod. This is Pimpet10, signing off of YouTube.